Marcus Rashford committed one cardinal sin last week. It wasn't that he went out on a 12-hour tequila bender in Belfast, not that this was advisable. It was that he didn't turn up for work the next morning. If, as a player, you go out on a school night, rule number 1 states that you report for training the next morning, even if you're throwing up in the bushes.
A lot of players in the Manchester United dressing room will have taken a dim view of Rashford for calling in sick after his drinking session. I know some are wondering about the double standard shown by Erik ten Hag towards Rashford and Jadon Sancho.
Read more on Marcus Rashford Rash crisis. Marcus Rashford was a football superstar. So what happened? Showstopper win a pink Lamborghini Urus or £175,000 cash from just 89p with our discount when they found out that Rashford was going straight back into the team to face Wolves on Thursday. Some will have raised their eyebrows. Ten Hag will have told him in no uncertain terms that he owed him one and not to let him down.
The fact he scored after just 5 minutes and played well in the 4-3 win at Molineux didn't actually surprise me. Rashford seems to play better when he feels slighted, but I'd like to see more consistency from him.
Most read in football deadline day: De Gea declined Premier League move, Broja joins Fulham, Benrahma appeal UNREAL FA Cup 5th round. TV games revealed as fans realise little known rule is used. Jude probe La Liga calls in lip reader to probe claim that Bellingham abused Greenwood physio room injuries. Suspensions update for GW22 doubt over 26% owned Darwin Núñez. Free bets. Best betting offers new customer bonuses. Last season, when he scored 30 goals, was an outlier. Most of his career has been patchy. If Rashford scores against West Ham tomorrow and United win, then his drinking session will be put to the back of most people's minds.
Yet there will be teammates wondering, when is it going to stop? When is he going to stop missing games for disciplinary reasons? It is not the fact he's gone out for a drink in itself, though. Even now, when top-flight footballers don't drink as much as they used to, it's not completely rare for a player to turn up for training the worse for wear.
Players are urine tested every day as standard to check on hydration levels. And they can tell if you've even had a glass or two of wine with your dinner the night before. Your pee is a much darker color. Drinking in midweek is not completely banned, but players will certainly hear about it if they are knocking back too much, too regularly.
The real drinking culture, at the top level of English football, of players going out on the lash together and drinking shed loads of lager, is long gone, ever since Arsène Wenger arrived at Arsenal in 1996. I'd say about 30 or 40% of Premier League players are teetotal, certainly during the season at least.
A lot of younger, especially single lads, will have nights out quite often without drinking a drop. There's been a cultural shift with that. They still want that escapism, a bit of normal life, to see their mates and maybe to meet women.
More players smoke than you might think, and it's well publicized that a lot take snus, a smokeless tobacco product placed in the mouth. Sumner, balloons, nitrous oxide. Married players might still have a bottle of wine with the missus over dinner 2 or 3 times a week, depending on their schedule.
On a night out, players are more likely to drink cocktails or shorts, rather than beers, as they are easier on the waistline. Whether you're drinking or not, the key is to pick your moments to have a night out.
Going out to celebrate your birthday straight after a 3-0 home defeat in a Manchester derby, as Rashford did back in October, is not the right moment. And when you've got new owners coming into the club, as United have after Sir Jim Ratcliffe's partial £1.
£3 billion takeover, that's definitely a time to keep your nose clean. It's possible that Rashford was going out for drinks quite frequently last season when he was at the top of his game. But nobody is too bothered about that sort of thing, inside or outside the club, when things are going well.
But Rashford has had at least 3 major scrapes with Ten Hag in the last year or so, and the interesting thing for me is how differently the manager has treated him and Sancho. No two cases are the same, and Sancho did challenge the manager's authority after Ten Hag criticised his poor performances in training.
But he was dealt with severely by being frozen out of the first-team squad before he was loaned to his former club Borussia Dortmund early last month. With Rashford, Dutchman Ten Hag is being far more lenient. And that's chiefly because you can't keep binning off major assets.
Sancho, Cristiano Ronaldo and Mason Greenwood have all been allowed to leave during Ten Hag's time, and United's squad got thinner in January. They struggled at Wolves and looked weaker once Ten Hag started making subs. I believe the manager is on thin ice, and it would not surprise me if United returned to Jose Mourinho.
The special one reckons he has unfinished business at Old Trafford and would fancy a second go at the job. Some say Mourinho is outdated. Read more Son STORIESCHEWING. The fact I haven't washed my face in over a year. Trolls call me dirty, but I'm glowy. CHOC shock, rare treat from childhood, spotted by shoppers on Home Bargains shelves. But during his 2 full seasons at the club, they finished runners-up in the Premier League, won the Europa League and the League Cup.
United would love that sort of failure now.